Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for checking this video out. This is the first for my channel. It's the first time I've created a tutorial, a how-to video, a freebie, call it what you want. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these tutorials. This is actually one of the first cuts or shuffles that I created myself. I created it years ago now, probably about more than 10 years ago. So I hope you enjoy it. It's as of yet unnamed, but I'll probably creatively bleep something in right now after I've had a chance to think out what to call it.
The rolling cut.
That's also not true. It was named, but it was called something really egotistical and probably that I can't remember that I made when I was about 15. So hopefully what I've just said was better. Just before we go into the teaching and the instruction on it, I want you guys to be aware and just draw attention to the fact that I'm actually a left-handed magician. Bear that in mind, because when I'm giving directions or verbal instructions to put your left ring finger here or whatever, because you go around saying that to everybody, obviously. Get you arrested saying that in some places. Anyway, we digress. You need to flip that round. So if I say right, it needs to be left. Just bear that in mind. I will at the end of the video do some POV, point of view footage, so you see what it looks like from my angle. And I'll rotate that round too, so you can see what it'd look like if I was not a left-handed magician, even though I'm not left-handed, so who knows what that's about. Although I rolled some footage of it at the start, this is what the cut looks like. As you can see, it's modestly flourishy, it's nothing too fancy. It's a 3-packet cut. And arguably the best part about it is that it's entirely false. But yeah, just to demonstrate that, we've got the ace of diamonds on the bottom, the ace of hearts on the top. And after the shuffle, the ace of hearts remains on the top and the diamonds on the bottom. So let's dive into how it works. So you start taking the deck and you need to swivel off the packet like this. So to break down how that works, I'm not going to use any of the actual formal names of the grips and holds I'm using, because I want this to be open and accessible to everybody. So you take the deck at first, take it from whatever hand you hold the deck in, into your other hand, comes above the deck, grips it towards the edge, not right at the edge with your middle finger. Similar position with your thumb on the back, sort of it's in the middle of the middle and the edge, the outermost edge, away from the center of your body. With your index finger, you then pivot off a pack above like this. You literally pull it up, lever it up, and pull it clear of this finger. So you want to pull it to the edge slightly. You'll see from the underneath how they overlap. Now you use this overhand just to put the packet down into your other hand and flip it as it goes down. That's all there is to it. So it goes down and it flips. You then perform the same pivoting move with the next packet down, and you grab this pack you've just put into your right hand with your ring finger and thumb. So you're in a very similar position to how you were with the other packets. You take that, you pivot that down, so they've swapped places basically, but this one's underneath and face up the wrong way around. Just so you can see the grip on that is very similar to how the other one was. If anything, I've got them a bit more centrally held, just so there's a bit of an overlap and a gap there. You'll see why that's needed in a minute. Next packet's even easier. You literally just flip that down on top. So you repeat that rolling action using the deck to flip over the other packet. Then the final bit, the easiest of them all. There's 2 ways to do this. There's the ugly way and the slightly prettier way. So I'll teach both in case you find one easier than the other. First way, you can take it like this, pinch the corner between your knuckle, your index knuckle and thumb. You just literally hold on and it will leave you this gap. You're into that gap and flip it face down. Alternate way, which is the one I tend to do, I think it hides your fingers out the way a bit more, it makes it a little more prettier, is that you kind of have your thumb and knuckle in a similar position to grip it and give it that leverage. But with these fingers, rather than extending them out like this, which I think is it looks a bit ugly, you push it under, and it also gives you a bit more leverage. As long as this packet can get in there to flip it, you'll be just fine. So it flips it face down. Then this one flips in the opposite direction. So you flip that one, so it's going away from your body, and this one goes away from your body too, but in the opposite direction. So do that. Your thumb and finger should be holding fairly close to the edge at this point anyway. So you've got enough leverage there just to turn it down, so it's facing the same as the rest of the deck. Just to recap on all that again in a slow motion for you. Pivots off, flips down, you go in, at the same time as pivoting this next packet up, to repeat that first move, You take this with your ring finger and thumb, then you flip, and this one's even easier, flip again. What you can do, you can either flip it like that, but I'm going in slow motion now. You might find it easier, like I'm in slow motion, to grab it with your thumb and sort of guide that down. Probably looks a bit tighter if you don't, if you just flip it, but you're certainly able to use your thumb to guide you if you want, especially at first. Although I would say any habits like that you get into are really hard to break later, so it's probably easier to learn it the nicest way first. Final section, fingers go under, you give yourself that clearance, flip the deck, flip this top deck down, and you're done. As I say guys, I just want to give you a view from sort of my angle, how it looks. Hopefully it helps you in learning, seeing from this angle. That guys is it. I hope you enjoyed this very much, and I hope I see you soon. If I will, hit that circle button there, it'll subscribe you to my channel so you can see some more tutorials like this maybe in the future. Why not whack that one over there as well? That's a performance video of me. There'll be definitely some of those more in the future. Let me know in the comments below too what you'd like to see more of.